Hello everyone, I'd like to introduce myself. I'm Ritesh Kiran Kumar from MS English Language Center. Today, I'm in front of you all to share about an engrossing topic, space colonization. Okay, let us start this topic with a generalized question. Have you ever looked at the stars at the night time? Have you looked at the sky at the night time? Have you looked at those beautiful stars which look very bright at the night time? Yes, they look very beautiful, and we may fall into so many questions, and we may think, oh, could we live among stars? How happy it would be we live among stars. Yes, I was the one who was thinking just like you when I was in my childhood. Okay, for in this topic, you will get answers for all of your questions, and today we are going to deal all many other such questions. And are you ready to join this adventure with me? Okay, come on, let us launch into this cosmos together. Let us start with what is space colonization. Space colonization refers to the use of outer space or any other celestial body for an temporary or an permanent living of living organisms or especially human organisms in a space other than Earth. It can also be referred as an extraterrestrial territory. You may think knowing about space colonization is enough. Why to know more about it? It's just a normal topic. But your think is absolutely wrong because it's our futuristic view and it is the only one we can believe and we have faith in to protect the humans from destruction. Quite confused and shocked, right? Oh my god, how humans will get destroyed, how it leads to destruction of human beings and other living organisms on earth, how it leads to destruction of earth. Yes, it leads to destruction of earth. Now you will see why is space colonization important. Importance of space colonization is based on mainly two themes. First is an normal theme, second is an highly confidential and important theme. The first temporary theme is for daily basis for all to know more about space or scientific researchers, which is considered to be as daily basis and scientific reports. But the second theme is the main and crucial theme. The second theme is to protect the human destruction. Before I have said Earth is going to get destroyed. Nearly after 7.59 billion years from now, Earth is going to get completely destroyed due to increase in holes in ozone layer, due to some natural calamities, and also due to increase in amount of ultraviolet rays caused due to holes in ozone layer. You may think, nothing happens. Why about future we have to think now? But it's necessary to think about future right now to protect our destruction. You may think, okay, telling about space colonization and importance is very interesting, but it's it takes a lot of amount and lot of revenue for its construction. You may think like that. Yes. Now the topic subtopic is revenue generation. Revenue generation of the space colonization is further again classified into three main themes. The first theme is government. The government provides us many incentives, but some people think government is only meant for publicity and it does not help any groups or any ideas. But your statement is absolutely wrong because government can provide us many features, many incentives like subsidized power, low transport costs, cheap availability of raw materials, and many other infrastructures. And the second theme, which is also the main theme, is the space stations and also the space research centers. Present, the famous space research centers are ISRO and NASA. Without the supports of these ISRO and NASA, we can't even move us even a single step ahead because all the scientist resources, all the launch pads, everything, every structure relating to this space colonization is interlinked to this space centers. So without the support of the space centers, we can't even move ahead. Last is but not least the people's support. Without people's support too, we can't move further ahead in this main and successful futuristic project because these people should dare themselves, should think of their future. They must be brave as brave heart to move on to an unknown place. Generally, we just hesitate to move from one place to another space, where to our relatives' house to another place to give any presentation, debates, or to stay for 2 days. We hesitate a little and we will get shyness and we will just think about. But some people will get scared to move. To overcome that scaredness and to overcome those skills, people must move. It's a very hard thing. So people support is also another crucial and important theme for this space colonization. And people also help us. You may think, how is revenue generation helpful in this. Revenue generation is also supported to people because people provide us many funds. Like we can observe many industries which are constructed by the own people. They may give many funds to the space research centers or to the people who are starting this project to make this project come true, to turn a science fiction into a complete reality, to turn imagination into a real life. Okay, this is all apart. Next, can't we get more and more revenue generation from any space activity, which would be very interesting? There is an interesting activity called asteroid mining. Asteroid, in the name we can understand, asteroid mining refers to the mining of asteroids to get many precious metals, because of mining of asteroid provides us many precious metals like silver, gold, nickel, rhodium, and many precious metals, which is helpful for revenue generation, which we could sell them further in earth, and some metals which is used for construction of space colonization directly. Next, without food and water, we humans cannot survive a lot, even for a single day. Even for a single day, without drinking water, we would get thirst and we would unfortunately lean on our bed. Without food, ultimately we would die. So first we will talk about water resources and water availability in our space colonization. Water availability in space colonization, we would get two main sources. First source is scientifically proven, which is now completely being using by International Space Station of NASA. International Space Station of NASA provide us a system of separation of urine from water through vacuum distillation, which is done by a particular century unit. This unit helps us to separate urine from water completely. This water is again then passed through pipes and again it is highly purified. And this purified water is stored in packaged bags, and we will use that water and we will consume that water for our successful survival in colonization. Now let us come into food resources. Food resources can be drawn into two types: aquaponics and zeoponics. Not only in these two methods, it can drawn by many methods, but most scientifically proven is aquaponics and zeoponics. This aquaponics and zeoponics, we can grow plants and we can use animals and many other artificial meat present are scientifically proven for our successful survival of food resources. Next, now we have all learned now the topic is going very deeper and boring, right? Okay, let me give you a fact which is recently going to be held. NASA is going to launch a space mission of astronauts where 4 astronauts are going to Mars for investigating that Mars is suitable for living or not. This is very interlinked to our space colonization, because without any further soil fertility, without any further climatic conditions and atmospheric conditions, we can't move even a step ahead. So NASA is planning this mission for our futuristic view of space colonization. Okay, you may think because of holes in ozone layer we're not living in Earth, we cannot think complete life on Earth. But how can we think in Mars space colonization without any ozone layer? I think so he's telling a rubbish. Some people may think like this, but I'm telling the truth. There is no ozone layer in Mars, that we all can agree. But Mars consists of a thick and thin layer of increasing amounts of carbon dioxide and many harmful products like aluminum sulfates and oxides and many other oxides and many other aluminium sulfates and many other oxides. But these all mixture form the ozone layer, but which is not scientifically ozone layer but provides the properties of an ozone layer. Generally, what does ozone layer help us? It helps us the protection from UV light rays from which is produced from sun rays. But in the same way, the layer which is present in Mars have a capacity to store the harmful ultraviolet rays completely, which help us to protect our skin from the harmful ultraviolet rays. So we need not use any spacesuit consisting of sun shield products in our space colonization. So finally, I want to conclude this. I think I have given you many valuable points. I hope you like this video. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe to MS Spoken English Guntur. Thank you.
Are you afraid of speaking English? Do you want to overcome stage fear? Would you like to crack any company's interview? Would you like to enhance your communication skills? And are you planning to study abroad? If you have no idea how to get the skills you require, you need not worry, friends. We offer all the courses you need. We help you to speak and write better English. We teach you English speaking skills, effective communication skills, interview skills, IELTS, MS English Language Center, special batches for housewives, working professionals, and children. Brodipit 3x1, Guntur. Contact 79979 33388.